Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jada and I love anything yarn, books, and painting. And in this video I will be talking about my knitting and crochet plans. So let's go ahead and get started with this yarn haul. And starting off we have Drops Lima. This is a wool and alpaca blend. And just look at that. Look at how beautiful and thick that strand is. I'm so excited to start using this and working this up. And while you guys have some time, go ahead and grab yourself something warm. Go get you a matcha, go get you coffee, go get you some tea, go get you something to drink because we in it today. And I bought 4 skeins of this yarn. And again, I'm so excited to use it, and I can't wait to tell y'all the plans that I have for it later. And the next skein that I want to show is, child, I don't know how to say this, so I'm just going to put it on the screen. But it's all seasoned, 50% wool, but 50% cotton. And I bought 9 skeins of this beautiful red yarn. Oh, there's the 4th skein. The next yarn that I bought was Drops Saffron, 100% cotton, and this is just a beautiful pink color. And then I bought the same brand, Drops Saffron, but in this creamy white, beigey white. Alright, so here we go. We're going to lay them out. So I bought 4 skeins of the pinkish color and then 4 skeins of the creamy white color. Okay, and then the project that I want to work on using this yarn is the Ochre Blouse by Petite Knit. I feel like these colors go absolutely beautiful together, and I just love that it's a drop shoulder stripy sweater with the collar. It's just so beautiful, and I really want to have this you know, as a casual throw on sweater for everyday kind of vibes. I just love the way that Petite Knit has styled it, and I feel like this pink and creamy color would go really well together and be nice and lightweight to wear in the spring going into the summer, but also still fun to wear, you know, in the summer going into the fall. Alright, the next yarn that we're going to talk about is the all seasons red yarn here. I'm going to put it on the screen because I just don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. And so the project that I had in mind to use this yarn for is cardigan number 7 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I'm obviously knowing now that she uses a bulky weight for her cardigan, and I'm using not well bulky weight, but we're gonna make it work because I really want a thin, a lightweight, lace weight, I guess you could say, a lightweight red sweater. I feel like this red is perfect, and I feel like this cardigan is perfect, so we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. And just look at the, look at this cardigan. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Look at the buttons. Look at how it. Oh my gosh. And I think it's a raglan, if I'm correct. With raglan increases, it's not a drop shoulder. I'm still really new to the knitting world, okay? So don't do me. Just take it easy on me. Alright, so the next yarn that I want to talk about is Drops Lima DK Weight. This is 65% wool, 25% alpaca blend. The pattern that I had in mind to use this yarn for was the Sophie hood. I did a Sophie shawl at the end of last year using Noro yarn, and I absolutely loved it. I really like this pattern. I like how it's constructed. I think that this wool and alpaca blend would be absolutely perfect to keep me nice and warm during the winter. And I also really like Petite Knit's patterns. I feel like they're very clear and pretty easy to follow. Alright, the next yarn that I want to talk about is I Love This Cotton by Hobby Lobby. Right, so I bought 3 skeins of white and I bought 3 skeins of black, and each of these is 3.5 ounces, which totals out to 150 grams. This yarn is so soft and it's so nice to use, and it's drapey. And the pattern that I had in mind for this yarn is bestiessss Hexy Wrap cardigan. I wanted to do a sun and moon in the stars hexa cardigan, but black and white, you know, for that monochromatic vibe. I also want to make this hexa cardigan again, but in orange and blue as a sunrise sunset kind of vibe. But yes, I really like this yarn here. It is really nice to work with. I've used this in red to make a beanie for my husband, and it is really soft, and it's not scratchy, and it doesn't like hurt my hands when I crochet with it. So yes, I'm very excited to use this yarn. Alright, the next yarn that I want to talk about is this Wool Ease Roving yarn by Lion Brand. Unfortunately, this yarn is out of stock last I checked, which is so annoying. But there we go, I guess. I guess you can't really buy things too often, but whatever. Anyways, this is 150 grams and it was about $6 on clearance. And the pattern I had in mind was this Sophie shawl. And like I said before, I made the Sophie shawl back last year with no yarn, and I wanted to make it again, but in pink. And this is the perfect shade of pink that I want to use, and it feels so squishy. And alright, and the next yarns that I want to talk about are the same yarns that we just talked about, but in purple and black. And I saw these on the clearance rack, and I just have to, of course, pick them up. Exact weight and length as the first skein that we looked at here, the pink one. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with these just yet. I'm thinking about doing a color block beanie, but we will see how that goes. Otherwise, I might just make another Sophie shawl or maybe a Sophie hood, but in black. I feel like it would look really nice in black. Alright, so let's talk about some crochet patterns that I want to crochet this year. I do want to make a sun, moon, and stars blanket. I think these are so beautiful and so whimsical, and I love all the color palettes here. I do have a sun, the moon, and stars crochet bag, and I would really like it as a blanket. I just need to pick up some yarn for this. I'm debating if I want to go traditional blue, a yellow, and white, or if I want to do like something earthy like greens and reds and oranges, but we'll see. And Pinterest is really good for looking for inspiration. The next thing I want to try to work on this year is a color block beanie. I did one of these for my husband, and his is black and red, and I really want one for myself. Maybe like a pink and a green, or a green and a green, or something like that. But these are really cute, and I really like this one right here. This one is really beautiful. And crochet beanies are pretty easy to make. All you do is just make a really long rectangle, and then you seam in the two ends with a slip stitch or a matcher stitch, and then you close at the top, and then you have a beanie. Alright, next up on the list, I want to talk about some crochet bags that I want to do. I am in the middle of making a sun and moon stars bag, like I mentioned before, but I really like these daisy granny squares. I think they're so cute and so perfect for the summertime. I also really like the a shoulder bag kind of vibe, like this one right here. This is so cute. I love this. Yep, I really like this sunflower bag. I do really want to make a sunflower bag this year. We'll just have to go through my stash and see what we have in there. And then I like the traditional granny square daisies, like I said. But I also really like the traditional granny squares, where you just make 3 big squares and then you seam them together. I think that's such a classic look. Ooh, maybe we can make some makeup bags too to go in our granny square bags. That'd be really cute. The next thing I want to talk about is making a heart blanket, a heart granny square blanket. These are just it's such a dream. As a lover girl myself, I love anything that's pink and red and white and hearts and Valentine's Day. I just I need one of these blankets, y'all. I need one of these blankets. I need it in this too. I need to make this. I need to make this for myself. And I feel like this would be such an heirloom gift too. Uh, just everything about it is just so gorgeous. I love it. I love the different combinations that you can do, how you can have different hearts and but it's looking like we're nearing the end of the video here. So I want to thank y'all so much for watching and spending some time with me. Let me know what you guys are knitting and crocheting this year, and I will see y'all later. Bye.